We're going to dig into the Las Vegas conspiracy that took place. And it was at the country festival. Now, I got to get the details on what. That's why we're going to deep dive. But I do know that it was a running theory that this was premeditated. He had another hotel downtown Vegas where he was transporting guns from there and bringing them in every day to the hotel that was across the street from the festival. I don't know much more than that. I don't know what happened, if he got killed or not. I don't remember, but we're going to dig into it. Let's look into it, man. Punsolved mysteries. Let's get into it. All right.
People are mysterious, even to themselves. Frank Latricchia. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Both of these quotes make me think of Las Vegas mass shooter Stephen Paddock. Did he do what he did in part because he felt like he had nothing else to live for outside of planning and committing this tragic act? And, or I guess maybe, did he even really understand why he was doing what he did on Sunday, October 1st, 2017, when thousands of people, roughly 22,000 people, were attending the final night of the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival on Las Vegas's famous strip? At 9:40 p.m., the festival's final performer, Jason Aldean.
2017, 9:40 p.m., festival, 22,000 people, Las Vegas. 2017, all right.
Went on stage to close out the concert. He'd opened up singing They Don't Know, followed by The Only Way I Know, Johnny Cash, Take a Little Ride, A Little More Summertime, and Any Old Bar Stool. People were having fun. The weather was perfect. In that mid-70s sweet spot, with no glaring sun beating down on anyone, slight breeze, just the lights from the strip. The drinks were flowing, thousands were dancing, singing along, lots of tight jeans and cowboy hats. They were enjoying the final minutes of a super fun, country music-filled weekend, and come Monday morning, I'm guessing most of them would be flying back to their office jobs and normal day-to-day lives. Many were probably thinking that the worst that could happen to them was getting a drink spilled on them or getting shoved by some over-eager concert goer. Or maybe they drink a little too much and make some regrettable sexual decision, then lean on that age-old idiom of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Vegas, buddy.
At 10:05 p.m., this reality was abruptly shattered.
At 10:05 p.m. Okay. It was the last performer of the night, 10:05 p.m. So he waited to the end of the festival to do it. All right.
By Stephen Paddock. Aldean was singing When She Says Baby, the last song he or anyone else would sing that night from the stage, the last song anyone would ever sing at the Harvest Country Music Festival. From the 32nd floor of the nearby Mandalay Bay Hotel, a hail of semi-automatic gunfire began to rain down on unsuspecting concertgoers. At first, most present seemed to think it was fireworks, but then they saw people nearby falling down and bleeding, or they felt a bullet pierce their skin. Chaos now erupted as people ran for the exit, stampeding as they tried to get to safety. Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. This nigga is painting the fucking picture, man. Very detailed. Very detailed, I must say. He's painting a fucking picture. It's like a book. It's like I'm reading a book right now. It's like a fucking audio book.
Unprovoked domestic terrorist attack went on for 10 minutes until 10:15 when the shooting abruptly stopped. In that short span of time, 59 people would be dead or dying.
Damn, 59 people died? I didn't know that. That nigga took out damn near 60 people. 60 people, 59 people? Damn, that nigga was clapping.
411 would be wounded by bullets. And then thanks to the stampede...
Wait, how many? Go back.
Sexual decision, then lean on that age-old idiom of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. At 10:05 p.m., this reality was abruptly shattered by Stephen Paddock. Aldean was singing When She Says Baby, the last song he or anyone else would sing that night from the stage, the last song anyone would ever sing at the Harvest Country Music Festival. From the 32nd floor of the nearby Mandalay Bay Hotel, a hail of semi-automatic gunfire began to rain down on unsuspecting concertgoers. At first, most present seemed to think it was fireworks, but then they saw people nearby falling down and bleeding, or they felt a bullet pierce their skin. Chaos now erupted as people ran for the exit, stampeding as they tried to get to safety. This unprovoked domestic terrorist attack went on for 10 minutes until 10:15 when the shooting abruptly stopped. In that short span of time, 59 people would be dead
59.
or dying. 411 would be wounded by bullets. And then thanks to the stampede...
Wait. 411? Is it 41 or 411? Because that's a big fucking difference. I feel like since he corrected 41, he meant 411. 411 people. 59 killed, 411 people wounded. Nigga, what the fuck was he shooting? The fuck was he shooting for 10 minutes? 411 people and 59 dead. That nigga was over there with some shit. What the fuck? Hey, big shout out to Underdog. If you want to make some extra cash while you watch sports and have more fun while doing it, then download Underdog today and use code ACEBOYS to win up to $1,000 bonus cash. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on your favorite player, and you can win big. Every new depositor gets a free pick, which almost guarantees the win. So use code ACEBOYS. I'll be giving picks all season long. So all you gotta do is download the app, put a couple bucks, and let's get this money. Shout out Underdog Fantasy, man. Make sure y'all go download that today.
Brought on by all this, the injured count would climb to 867. 2 more will later die of injuries relating to wounds they received that night, raising the total death toll to 61. One of the deaths, of course, would be the shooter. When law officers barged the door leading into one of his 2 rented rooms at the Mandalay Bay Hotel, they found Stephen, a 64-year-old real estate investor living in Mesquite, Nevada, lying dead from a self-inflicted...
64 years old? That nigga was an old man. What the fuck? All right, we're going to dig. I want to know the motive behind this. Why would a 64-year-old want to take out everybody at a goddamn country festival? And he had 2 rooms and 2 rooms. So he probably had connecting rooms, housing guns in one of them, and doing crime out the other one, shooting out the other one, probably. I don't know.
Gunshot wound. His hotel room was filled to the brim with guns, ammo, scopes, other high-tech gear he'd used for the shooting. As investigators started the arduous task of piecing it all together, they found no note, no blog posts, no journal entries, nothing to find a motive. But then just a day later, the terrorist organization ISIS would claim responsibility for the attack, saying Paddock was one of their agents. And Las Vegas Sheriff Joe Lombardo would say that there must have been several gunmen as he tried to grapple with the magnitude of the carnage. Rumors of a terrorist attack began swirling. Sheriff Lombardo would later retract his statement, but by the time he did, a circus of media pundits, politicians, conspiracy theorists were already off and running. With all
several gunmen is what he said it had to be. 411 people wounded, 61 people killed. Well, 411, 2 of them later died, so yeah, 409 I would say, and then 61 killed. God damn. By one man in a matter of 10 minutes. It was from 10:05 to 10:15. In a matter of 10 minutes, 409 people wounded, 61 killed. Damn. That's a lot of motherfuckers, man. Yeah, rest in peace to the 61. That's a lot of people.
All kinds of unsubstantiated speculation. Media pundits spun sensationalism because, as we've talked about time and time again, fear and hyperbole sell. Politicians mobilized to blame the attack on whatever or whoever suited their political agendas. And conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones, they went buck wild, talking about how they knew what the shooting was really about. Stephen Paddock was an Antifa operative, or perhaps a member of the deep state, coordinating a false flag attack with a bunch of paid crisis actors. Do any of these conspiracies actually have any legs? Who was Stephen Paddock? Why did he do what he did? What conclusions did the FBI and Las Vegas police come to when they were done conducting their investigations into who Stephen was, why he did what he did? Do we have any satisfying answers today? Or will we never know why a Nevada realtor in his mid-60s, real estate investor with no criminal history committed the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history?
Yeah, what is that about? That's what we need to get to. Why? He has no criminal record. He's 64 years old. He's a real estate investor. And out of nowhere, he wants to kill everybody. At 64 years old, he wants to take out a festival of people, load up 2 rooms in Las Vegas with hella guns, scopes, magazines, artillery at 64. Why? Why?
What the hell was Stephen Paddock thinking when he took aim that October night through his hotel room window? All of this madness and more today on another true crime, mystery, and conspiracy edition of Time Suck.
This is Michael McDonald, and you're listening to Time Suck.
All right, look, this video is 3 hours. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly around real quick. Let me see something. Who is Stephen Paddock? Let me see, Stephen Paddock. Let's see what we can find, y'all. And let's see what we can find on this guy. Who was a Las Vegas shooter? Stephen Paddock. God damn. Nigga, what the fuck is he shooting? That motherfucker is going stupid. What the fuck?
That were shocked, horrified, completely dumbfounded. If there was anything I could have done, I would have done it.
Bro, what? He lived in a retirement. He's 64 years old. He lives in a retirement community. What the fuck made him go do this? All right, that's the question. Y'all know I always got a question. What made him go do this is what we got to figure out. We don't learn about him. I'm going to try to learn more about him, but what is the motive of why did people... They say he didn't leave nothing behind, so I guess it's going to be an assumption of why he did it. If he left no note behind, no suicide note, no nothing, then people really probably don't know, but unless he talked to somebody and told him. Let's see.
What? I mean, when you get a phone call that says your brother, just killed a bunch of people. So.
What the fuck? His father was one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives after escaping prison in 1969. Damn. So his other home was in Mesquite, Nevada, and police has no records of running across that nigga. Oh, see, he had a girlfriend. Okay.
Try it now.
Oh my God.
More than 10 rifles. This is a 64-year-old man. So if he got the window busted in the hotel room, 10 rifles, he has to have the artillery fully ready to go. 9 rifles on the bed, one in hand. Shoot, depending on what type of clips he got. I'm trying to see, does that even make sense for one person in a matter of 10 minutes to shoot that many people? At 64 years old, he would have to be. It's possible, though. It's possible. If you got the right shit, it's possible to get off that many in 10 minutes. At a festival. Because at that point, all you're doing is just shooting at a crowd. And if you got 22,000 people there, yes, it's possible to hit 411 people and shoot 60. But what are you shooting from that range? What are you shooting from that range is another question.
Headshot here. You have a headshot.
That's over.
The mass shooting in Las Vegas unfolded on a scale that has confounded the public, and investigators too. The amateur and police footage of that night is horrifying. But by forensically analysing these clips, we are able to draw perhaps the most complete picture to date of what happened. We lined up the sound of gunfire in different videos, and using the hour, minute and second these clips were recorded, we mapped over 30 videos on a timeline covering the entire event. More evidence will emerge, and this is not the definitive picture, but this reconstruction puts you, the viewer, at the concert. We show what it must have felt like to be caught in a rampage, not knowing where to run.
Golly, one man is doing this. This is what they're saying, one man is doing this. And look how fast he's shooting some shit.
Or when the next round of bullets would come. And our wide-ranging investigation reveals what unfolded minute by chaotic minute. The gunman's 12 bursts into the festival crowd, his targeting of police, and the lulls in his shooting that allow concertgoers a chance to flee.
Like, why are there people laying on the ground? Why are there people laying on the ground?
It's 10 p.m. and more than 20,000 people are watching country singer Jason Aldean at the Route 91 Harvest Festival. Across the street, the gunman Stephen Paddock is in a corner suite on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Hotel. He planned his attack meticulously. He had assembled an arsenal, bolted an exit door shut, installed surveillance cameras in the hallway, and calculated his elevation and distance from the crowd. A few minutes into the show, Paddock fires what appear to be single rounds from his hotel room. Video timestamps reveal that this happened after 10:05. Why does...
Whoa, so he just shooting, they don't even know. He performing and he just doing single shots, pop shots. He probably just testing it out real quick. Let me see. All right, I got somebody. All right, unleash. Dark, that's dark.
Doesn't Paddock fire more rounds at first? There are at least two theories. He's checking that the range and trajectory of his gunshots match the calculations he made, or he's firing at fuel tanks in the nearby airport. Whatever the reason, an uneasiness fills the crowd and people move toward the exit. 30 seconds later, we hear what sounds like automatic gunfire.
Oh my God. Damn. Oh my God. What the fuck?
It's the first of 12 bursts Paddock fired at the festival. More people begin to leave at the rear, and lights are turned on. Around the time of this first burst, Security Officer Jesus Campos is looking into a separate incident when he happens to come across the door Paddock had sealed shut. Paddock appears to be alerted to Campos as he is leaving, and fires through the hotel door, wounding Campos in the leg.
Wait, what? So it was a guard up there while he was doing this shit? And then he shot through the door and shot the guard?
Campos takes cover in a doorway and calls in the shooting on his radio. The police and armed security officers begin to respond from within the hotel. 36 seconds after the first burst, Paddock fires a second one into the crowd.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking scared.
Hey,
The cracking sound you hear are bullets passing nearby. The intensity suggests Paddock was aiming very near this area by the front of stage, the densest part of the crowd.
Oh, look, and the people, they aren't even running. That's why he hit so many motherfuckers. They all just laid on the ground, like getting down. They all just laid on the ground. So they was just basically sitting ducks. At this point, it's just, hey, nigga, what pack of people can these motherfucking bullets reach? You gonna hit a lot of them. If they just sitting ducks, it's 22,000 people. Look like only some of them running. I don't know, that shit look crazy.
There is a short interval here of 17 seconds. People begin to flee again. But then a third burst of fire opens up. The changing pitch of the crack suggests Paddock is spraying the bullets around the area. A fourth burst hits the crowd just 20 seconds later.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
By our count,
They just sitting ducks, bro. They not moving. Oh, hell no. Damn. That couldn't be me. I'm not just sitting there waiting. I'm out, cuz. No fucking way. They just sitting there waiting. Oh, that's scary. Because at that point, nigga, you praying hard as a bitch. Like, you're not literally moving, so all you hoping is a bullet don't hit me. Like, please don't let a bullet hit me. And this nigga's going 10 minutes long. That's a long-ass time to shoot, y'all. 10 minutes is a long time to shoot.
Paddock has now fired over 300 rounds in less than 2 minutes. The scenes that unfold at this point are distressing. There are multiple injuries stage left, and people begin to treat the wounded around them.
Just hold on to her. Hold on to her.
At this point, there's a break in the shooting of almost 1 minute and 50 seconds. We don't know what Paddock is doing during this interval. It's possible he fired down the hallway again. We have reporting that by now, Campos has been joined by hotel engineer Stephen Shook, who reports gunfire on his hotel radio.
It's at the end of the hallway. I can't tell you what room. He looked like he fired down the hallway when I got close to the door.
Whatever the reason, this break in the shooting allowed many people to move to safety. At 10:08, a police car arrives along Las Vegas Boulevard. A minute later, police officers are moving along a wall in the direction of Mandalay Bay to get eyes on the shooter. They direct fleeing concertgoers back into the venue and away from gunfire.
Hey, you guys, get down! Go that way! Get out of here! There's gunshots coming from over there!
Then Paddock fires a fifth burst. It's around 22 bullets in 3 short volleys.
Oh! Oh! There's gunshots right here! Oh!
We hear this same burst from a
Damn.
different angle, at the Mandalay, where cab driver Corey Langdon was filming. Here's what it sounds like up close. Our reporting suggests that
Damn. Okay, so this paints a different picture than what I was expecting. He's actually taking breaks in between. And he's not just on like a crazy. I'm thinking he on some 100-round drums going stupid. But he's doing like 12-round bursts, 15-round bursts. He took a minute and 50-second break. Damn. Fuck.
Paddock was positioned directly above the camera at this point. Then, just 40 seconds later, you can hear very dull and hollow gunfire.
Now it sounds like it's coming from farther away.
These rounds
Yeah,
were
that sounds like it's coming from a whole different side now. Sound like it's coming from an opposite side or something.
not picked up by cameras recording in the festival at this time. That, plus our additional analysis...
Oh, that must be inside. It must be inside. That's probably on the floor he's shooting.
Suggests this is Paddock firing indoors again, possibly toward Campos and Shook, who are still in the hallway. This lull in shooting outside lasted just over a minute and allowed more people to flee. But then, a sixth burst of fire. "20 seconds later, in a seventh burst, Paddock appears to take aim at the police.
Golly. This nigga was on a sick mission, bro. He really mapped this shit the fuck out. That's what I want. I want to see what details they got on the actual, how he did it. How did he get all these guns in the building? Because I saw something before of him bringing it from another hotel. Like, he plotted, he really mapped this shit out. This is a sick nigga. This is a sick individual right here. to plan a mass murder. Like, my question would be like, why? Why do you feel you gotta kill so many innocent people? For what? Are you? That's what I want to get to.
I can hit my head. Let's go that way, go that way, go that way. Hey, they're shooting right at us, guys. Everybody stay down.
Just 20 feet away, more police are taking cover behind a patrol car. They take direct fire and call it in over the radio.
Northbound, right outside Route 91 at the south end.
It's now been over 6 minutes since the shooting began, and the area at stage right is mostly empty. But people are still taking cover at stage left when Paddock fires an 8th burst.
Should we get up? Should we get up?
Nasty word. Oh, man.
Get down. Get down, man. Mike, how do we get out? Who has a gun?
Meanwhile, at the Mandalay, Paddock fires a 9th burst of fire right over a line of cabs and into the crowd. Taxi driver Corey Langdon still sees no signs of panic.
Where are the cops at? I'm right here by the porch at Mandalay Bay, and everything just seems to be normal here.
Damn. Y'all hear that shit?
Here.
Oh my God. Nigga.
And hotel guests are still by the lobby.
You guys, there's a shots fired.
But actually, police were there. Up in the hotel, 2 officers are closing in on the gunman.
I'm inside the Mandalay Bay on the 31st floor. I can hear the automatic fire coming from one floor ahead, one floor above us.
And even as police are responding both inside and outside the hotel, Paddock unleashes his 10th burst of fire. More police cars approach along Las Vegas Boulevard.
Control, we need all units stop coming northbound on Las Vegas Boulevard because we're shooting this way. This is a horrible cover spot.
Further along, people are fleeing through the rear between bursts.
Keep your head down, run this way.
Nearly 1 minute and 10 seconds pass before his 11th assault. By now, Paddock is no longer firing in long, steady bursts.
Keep your head down, run that way.
Oh my God.
We don't know why, but he may be struggling with a sluggish weapon or using a different gun. He fires his 12th and final burst as Corey Langdon leaves the Mandalay.
Oh my God.
It's less than 50 rounds. The rate of fire slows, and at 5 seconds it's the shortest of his bursts.
All the taxi drivers are gone now.
It's 10:17 and concertgoers are still fleeing at the far side of the venue.
Is there somebody out there?
Head down. Head down. You know what's happening here.
All right.
Put this over your head.
Go. Okay.
12 minutes after the first bullet was fired, police close in on the gunman on the 32nd floor.
Control 590, I haven't seen before. We're going to make entry through the shark lead to make a contact to the suspect. See if we can get up to him. 169, we're doing that right now. 32nd floor. Copy, we'll make our way to give you support.
By now, Paddock is no longer firing on the crowd and police continue to move closer to his room.
Control 2, I'm in the stairwell on the 32nd floor.
They evacuate guests.
Control 159, we're doing evacuations as we're working our way down the hallway. We're about 1:30 to sit on the suspect's door. I need everybody in that hallway to be...
Yo, can you imagine that? Like, just being in the hotel room and then the room next to you, you just hear all this gunfire erupt. All these fucking rounds. You probably like, nigga, I am not walking outside in that hallway. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do. That's creepy. That's some creepy shit, bro. You for sure, like, average motherfuckers is not running in that hallway if they hear all them gunshots. At that, like, that is a lot of gunshots. Niggas is not running in that hallway. So it's just people stuck in their hotel room not knowing. Then the police finna come up. Damn. What the fuck? That's really fucking crazy.
Be aware of it and get back. We need to pop this and see if we get any type of response from this guy to see if he's in here or if he's actually moved out somewhere else. Breach. We are clearing this room. We have one suspect.
The police find 23 guns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition inside Paddock's.
Nigga. What? Look how many magazines you got stacked up, y'all. Stacked up. He got 23 guns. Rifles, ARs is laying around. He getting off. Look how many fucking high capacity mags too.
suite. By our count, he fired close to 900 rounds at the festival. The police say he...
Damn. Wait, so how did he bust it? Did he shoot the window out? Them hotel windows be thick as a motherfucker. Did he shoot the window out or something?
fired another 200 into the hallway. Paddock was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot. The 64-year-old killed at least 58 people, and over 500 were wounded.
That's sad, bro. Innocent people going to enjoy a country music festival in Vegas, probably with their homies, drunk, having a good fucking time, and some 64-year-old piece of shit across the hallway just want to take everybody out. You 64 years old, bro. You almost out of here, nigga. What the fuck are you doing this for? That's weak. That's some weak shit, man. All right, now let's see if we can get into details about what he had and his plot. How did he move? How did he move? Oh, so they got body cam footage of the police before they entered the room? Let me see.
Get back and hold and you hear that get back. And we get back to see if we can get a response from this guy. See if he's in here and actually moved out somewhere else. Breach.
So an hour after, they said he shot from 10:05 to 10:15. So an hour after, this would have to be like 11:05, 10:05. So wait, an hour after, or 11:15. So he didn't shoot for an hour, and then they came and busted them.
Hey, you see the 413? 413 on the ground with the light pad to the right. Check that. Yep. Looks like it might be a camera of some sort. Get down. But it didn't take multiple cameras. You got a camera on the bottom now. You got to hold on. Hold on. Relax. You got connected to the room behind you guys. Okay, I'm going to hold on this door, okay? Rifle. Move to the right, left. I got door. Door, how long? Move right, move up. P1. Okay, cover on that. In with you.
Headshot. Nigga shot himself. Laying on the floor. Took out all them people and took himself out. What a fucking pussy. That's weak. Man, just kill yourself, my nigga. Like, why would you have to take out all those people just to kill yourself? That's weak.
With you. Clear. Under the check under the bed. Compton. I'm covering. Watch these closets. Watch your back. I got them. You got it?
What the fuck? How did all them guns get past these people? This nigga said accidentally discharges his weapon. Come on. Officer Doofy.
This guy's been 419 for a minute in here. So who's calling these in, I wonder? No, you self-inflict this. I'm really thinking this is just a one-guy thing, switching out. So, but what about all the other calls? Is that just people panicking, people freaking out, or sounds like?
Nigga, what the fuck? Look how many guns this nigga got. They say he had 25 guns. 25 guns in this motherfucker. He fired close to 1,100 rounds in less than 10 minutes. Nigga fired 1,100 rounds in 10 minutes. Hitting 400, well, wounding 411 people, 409, and killing 61 is what they're saying. God damn. In less than 10 minutes, that nigga, what's this, the biggest mass murder in America? Hold on. This is what I want to see.
The mass shooting in Las Vegas.
How the Las Vegas... All right, here we go. Here we go.
The surveillance footage is remarkable in its banality.
So this is how the Las Vegas gunman planned a massacre in 7 days of video. This is what I want to see. So this is basically probably going to break down how he got this shit to the motherfucking hotel. All this weapons and ammo and all that shit. Let's see.
It shows Stephen Paddock, the Las Vegas gunman, in the days before his mass shooting. He cuts a lonesome figure as he moves through the Mandalay Bay Hotel, playing video poker for hours in the casino, buying snacks at a newsstand, watching a LeBron James interview in a restaurant, and at times chatting with hotel staff. But this picture of an ordinary gambler disguises a far more sinister intent. Through this previously unseen footage, we'll show how Paddock methodically planned his attack, and how, over 7 days, hotel staff unwittingly helped him to move bag after bag of weapons to his room. The videos, obtained exclusively by the New York Times from MGM Resorts, begin on Monday, September 25th. At the VIP counter, he checks into a suite on the 32nd floor and books an adjoining room, which he will check into 4 days later. He doesn't...
So he booked one room, and then 4 days later, he booked the room joined to it.
Immediately bring in suitcases. Instead, he spends 2 hours in the hotel, going to his room and eating at a sushi restaurant downstairs. Just before 5 p.m., he drives his Chrysler Pacifica minivan to the valet area, where a bellman loads the luggage cart with 5 suitcases. Paddock asks to stay with his luggage, so the bellman brings him through the service elevators to his...
5 suitcases, and he by himself. Five suitcases, big-ass suitcases, and he by himself. I know I would be like, I wouldn't assume guns or nothing, but it will raise an eyebrow like, God damn, why you got 5 suitcases for? The fuck? 5 suitcases is a fucking lot. One suitcase, one big suitcase, nigga, that's for like a week and a half, nigga. Shit. Them big-ass suitcases, you got 5 of them motherfuckers? Nigga, what the fuck? And you got one you rolling. Not only, what are you finna do? 5 suitcases.
His room. Something hotel management say is not unusual. Paddock spends the next 4 hours in his room, and at 9:40 that night, he leaves the hotel, bringing 2 suitcases with him. He drives 1 hour to Mesquite, where he lived. Cell phone records show that he stays the night and spends most of Tuesday here. Around 8 p.m., Paddock returns to Las Vegas, but he stops at the Ogden, a downtown condominium complex. This is interesting for a few reasons. Paddock was also renting rooms here for the entire week. He checked in the previous Friday when a music event called the Life is Beautiful Festival was being held in the surrounding streets.
Oh, shit. So he was probably going to try to take that one out and got cold feet. Oh, shit. He was on some other shit. Mind you, while living in Nevada. So he was just a psycho. He was just on some nigga. Nigga. He knew about both festivals. He got the hotel, one across the street from this hotel, one across the street from that hotel, a week ahead of time. Checked out for a week, had shit over there, and had shit going to the other hotel. This nigga was a sicko, bro. He was on some other shit.
Internet records recovered by the police showed that he searched for that festival's lineup and its expected attendance. This was similar to his research of the Mandalay and the Route 91 Harvest Festival, which he would later attack. So, the Ogden and the Life is Beautiful Festival could have been used for planning, or may even have been a target. Later Tuesday night, Paddock returns to the Mandalay, and a different bellman helps him to move 7 more suitcases to his suite.
7 more suitcases. He already took 5. Now he's bringing 7 more. 12 suitcases, y'all. That's 12 so far.
Again, he uses the service elevator. He tips the bellman, who had no way of knowing these cases were packed with guns and ammunition. He gambles for 8 hours until morning. Paddock was a regular at the Mandalay, and several casino hosts knew him. The videos show their interactions as being completely normal and in no way alarming. Remember, in 2 days, Paddock has brought 12 cases upstairs. He spends most of Wednesday in his room, and that evening repeats a similar pattern. He leaves the Mandalay, again carrying 2 suitcases. He stops at the Ogden and drives home to Mesquite. On Thursday...
So every time he leaves, he takes 2 suitcases with him. So that's probably... That's like, okay, that's crazy. This nigga is crazy.
He buys a .308 bolt-action rifle from a gun store and visits a nearby gun range before driving back to the Mandalay. That night, he again uses the valet service and a bellman to carry a white container and 3 suitcases to his room. His arsenal
3 suitcases
of weapons is growing. Again, he gambles through the night. It's now Friday, and at 8...
This nigga is bringing in suitcases at 5, 7, and then 3 and a container. And he went and bought a new gun. That nigga, he got this shit mapped out. He really a sicko. Okay.
PM, the Route 91 Harvest Festival will open in the fairgrounds across from the Mandalay. Paddock stays in his room until around 3 p.m.
Yeah, that part's out
and
for
uses his laptop when the suite is cleaned.
Appreciate you.
He checks into the adjoining room, 134, using the name of his girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley. He also tells cleaning staff to leave behind the food service cart. 2 days later, Paddock would use this and one other service cart to create a surveillance ring during his attack. Overnight, he makes a brief trip to Mesquite, arriving back at the Mandalay at 6 a.m. with 2 more suitcases.
Nigga. This nigga is bringing bags. He got 17 suitcases so far.
Soon after noon on Saturday, he places Do Not Disturb signs on both room doors. He declines housekeeping. He takes an elevator to the valet area and sits waiting for his car. He carries 2 more bags to his room. He gambles some more, and that night he makes a final trip to Mesquite, returning to the Mandalay at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. He gambles through the night in the high-limit slot area and returns to his room at 7:37 a.m. It's 12:16 p.m. when we see Paddock going back to the parking garage. The guests exiting the elevator have no idea that in 10 hours, this unremarkable figure will commit the worst mass shooting in modern American history.
Damn.
He returns from his car, bringing 2 suitcases and a smaller bag inside.
Damn. 21 suitcases now.
Since Monday, he has brought at least 21 cases, 2 smaller bags, a laptop bag, and a container to his room. This is the last time we see Paddock, arriving at the 32nd floor. Through the day, he opens, closes, and locks both rooms repeatedly. At 36 minutes after 9, he locks the deadbolt to room 135 for the last time. 4 minutes later, Jason Aldean, who is headlining the Route 91 festival, begins his act. Paddock then...
Hold on. Let me rewind back a little bit. Just a little bit.
Jason Aldean, who is headlining the Route 91 festival, begins his act. Paddock then turns the deadbolt to room 134. At 10:05, his shooting rampage begins. In under 10 minutes, he would kill 58 people and injure over 700 before taking his own life.
Wait, so now they're saying 700? All these motherfuckers saying different numbers.
He had amassed 23 guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
See, they said 23 guns. The other video said 25 guns.
Almost 6 months since the attack, Paddock's motive remains unknown.
All right, so they're throwing different numbers out. 700 and 411 is a huge difference, y'all. And that was New York Times. That said 700.
Paddock is solely responsible for this heinous act.
Stephen Paddock, an unassuming 64-year-old with no criminal record, is now allegedly the man behind the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. From the 32nd floor of Mandalay Bay, he unleashed a torrent of bullets into the crowd of a country music festival 1,100 feet away. Listen. The sound different from any we've heard from all other recent mass shootings because this time a rifle functioning like a machine gun was used.
An individual was described as a lone wolf. I don't know how it could have been prevented.
As the death toll has continued to rise, investigators rushed to track down anything about the shooter.
Damn, these people literally helped the nigga. I know that shit make it hard to sleep when you the motherfucking bellhop who helped push the guns in there and you see yourself on camera helping push the guns. Although you don't know. Or at least we think you don't know. Yeah, that's crazy.
Trying to understand what's wrong, what happened. We're still just completely befuddled.
Eric Paddock, the shooter's brother, says he has no clue as to what led his brother on this murderous rampage, remembering him as a man who grew up without conviction.
Steve had nothing to do with any political organization, religious organization, no white supremacists, nothing, as far as I know.
And the FBI says there's no connection to any overseas terror group, despite a claim today by ISIS.
We have determined to this point no connection with an international terrorist group.
And while he enjoyed gambling, his brother says he didn't have a problem and that he'd recently won a $40,000 jackpot.
He was a wealthy guy, and he liked to play video poker. He went on cruises. He sent his mother cookies.
But in recent months, Paddock's financial activity had become abnormal, sending tens of thousands of dollars to someone in the Philippines. Authorities say his girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, is right now. Officials are hoping Danley, who once worked as a casino hostess for high-end players, might be able to provide some insight. Earlier today, authorities descended on the 2 Nevada homes Paddock owned in hopes of finding a lead, one in Reno.
Well, I mean, shit, they got 2 houses, he's sending money. He ain't struggling for money, don't sound like. He's a gambler. They fuck with him. He's always there. What would be the motive for killing this many people, though? Like, why would he do that? Don't sound like he got a rough life going.
At the other in Mesquite, authorities used a robot to take down the garage door. Once inside, they found 19 guns and more ammunition. Paddock's family does say that he was a licensed gun owner.
19 more guns at the house. I mean, you know. Only
Owner before this incident.
Yes, he had a couple of guns. He did not own machine guns that I knew of in any way, shape, or form. Something just incredibly wrong happened to my brother.
But what we know now is that the murderous attack was planned and plotted. Paddock had built up a massive arsenal inside the hotel room.
1692 means we got shots fired at 4:15 a.m. Route 91, sounded like an automatic firearm.
According to authorities, he had at least 23 rifles and handguns, one of them an assault rifle, modified to fire automatically. Some of the weapons were high-powered, capable of slicing through police body armor.
This is a classic WMD. This is a weapon and a man of mass destruction.
According to authorities, many of the guns were bought legally. The Mesquite Bay...
Damn. So he bought these guns legally? What is the motive, though? That's what... You know what I'm saying? All right, owning guns ain't a crime. All right, cool. A lot of people own a lot of guns. I want to get to, because you can't push that, oh, he got a lot of guns, he's a criminal. Like, no, it's a lot of people that own guns that's, you know, do the right things. But what is the motive is what I want to, like, what is the motive? Or what do they assume is the motive? Because nothing thus far has said, like, he was stressing, he was getting to it with his girl, with nigga, something like life was going bad, he was in debt, like, what the fuck? They say he don't deal with nobody. He's not with no terrorist groups.
Base gun shop Guns and Guitars confirmed that Paddock had legally bought some guns from their shop. All necessary background checks were followed. He never gave any indication or reason to believe he was unstable or unfit at any time, the general manager said in a statement. We do not yet know if these guns were used in the attack. Nevada has some of the least restrictive gun laws in the country. There's no limit on the number of firearms one person can possess, and semi-automatic weapons are legal to purchase. Their capability far exceeds that of a handgun, and when adapted, it has the potential to be even deadlier, as seen in this YouTube video.
It's a significant game changer in the way we respond to active shooter. Minutes are not quick enough.
And tonight is the deadly power one man was able to wield, leaving us all to ask the question, why did it happen again? Former New York City Police Commissioner and ABC News contributor Ray Kelly is with us tonight. And Commissioner, tonight, what are investigators looking at, you think, looking for?
What?
Why? That's the big question. Why did this individual...
Thank you. Same here. Why? That's what I want to know.
Individual, apparently ordinary person, no criminal record. Why did he do this? The biggest mass shooting in the history of our country. I'm sure there were signs that some people should have seen or may have seen.
What kind of signs do you think people miss?
We don't know what the signs are. They will be hopefully identified during the investigation, but suddenly violent behavior or threats to do something like this is the types of things that we've seen in investigations of this nature when they go forward.
People in your business are students. You're always learning from these kinds of experiences.
Yep.
What will law enforcement take from this they can apply hopefully in the future?
Well, I think we'll see more anti-sniper capacity put in place by police departments throughout the country. You have to be a fairly good-sized police department.
Okay. Killing for those who watch it. Hold on. Let me see. This. Stephen Paddock's brother gives insight to the shooter's past, possible motive. Let's see.
New information about what was going through the mind of the 1 October shooter before he opened fire on a concert crowd, killing 58 people.
One of Stephen Paddock's brothers says he lost a significant amount of his wealth in the days before the shooting.
This was Nathan O'Neill with what else his brother is revealing.
And well, the last time Bruce Paddock spoke to his brother Stephen was about a decade ago. He wishes they had stayed in better touch, and maybe he could have helped prevent.
Wait. What? Nigga, you got this nigga talking on behalf of his brother, and he ain't talked to him in a decade? Man. You ain't talked to him in a decade, and he's talking like he cool with his brother and no...
On a concert crowd, killing 58 people.
One of Stephen Paddock's brothers says he lost a significant amount of his wealth in the days before the shooting.
This was Nathan O'Neill with what else his brother is revealing.
And well, the last time Bruce Paddock spoke to his brother Stephen was about a decade ago. He wished...
What? That don't even go together. You just said his brother knew about a fucking money issue, but the last time he talked to him was over a decade ago. I don't even make sense. That don't even make sense what you just said.
One of Stephen Paddock's brothers says he lost a significant amount of his wealth in the days before the shooting.
This was Nathan O'Neill with what else his brother is revealing.
And well, the last time Bruce Paddock spoke to his brother Stephen was about a decade ago. He wishes they had stayed in better touch, and maybe he could have helped prevent the massacre.
It was always Steve. Didn't care.
Okay, so this is a different brother. This ain't the one who been talking on the other interviews. Why do you want to talk to a nigga who ain't talked to a nigga in 10 years? You're invalid. You're like, we don't want to talk to you. A lot can happen. People change highly in a decade. You don't know me no more, nigga. I done changed a lot in a decade. You can't speak on my behalf if you haven't been around me in a decade, bro. You don't know what I'm thinking, how I move, what I do now. Nigga, this shit is bullshit. This is a reach right here. Grabbing somebody who ain't saw him in a decade.
About anybody else?
Bruce Paddock says he spoke to his brother about 10 years back when Bruce, who was estranged from his family, called his mother.
She called him and he called me and we talked for about 10 minutes.
He says the conversation did not go well.
I'd had just about as much of his as I could listen to, and that was it. Talking about him flying his airplanes to Vegas and gallivanting.
He didn't hear about Stephen again until he saw his brother's face on television. This surveillance video shows...
Now listen, I ain't gonna lie. His brother was giving meth head vibes. That was a meth head. That was a meth head. Now listen. Look at this shit, y'all. Look at this shit. This is a meth head.
And we talked for about 10 minutes.
He says the conversation...
Look at this shit, y'all. Look at this shit.
He says the conversation did not...
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Called his mother.
She called him and he called me and we talked for about 10 minutes.
He says the conversation did not...
Come on. Come on. So you think we stupid. Why did y'all go get him? Why did y'all go get him? Only to say we talked for 10 minutes. He talked about his airplane and I couldn't stand him no more. And then show him fucking tweaking. This is pointless. Why? Well, This is more like it's giving plant vibes. Hey, come on, you his brother, we need you to say this. We need you to say this. Why would you even grab him? He said he haven't talked to his brother in 10 years. And he looked like a smoker y'all went and cleaned up. He looked like he was living on the street, and y'all just cleaned him up for this interview. Now listen, I know a fucking meth head when I see one. That's a meth head.
Brother about 10 years back when Bruce, who was estranged from his family, called his mother.
She called him and he called me and we talked for about...
They cleaned this nigga up for this motherfucking sit down right here. They cleaned him up for this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yes, sir.
About 10 minutes.
He says the conversation...
Yes, sir. Come on, bro. Come on. Look at those hands. Look at those hands. This is a meth head, y'all. It's a meth head, man. Let me see that. Let me see that. Move, open your... Let me see your arms, bro. Bet you shoot up. Bet you shoot up.
Conversation did not go well.
I had just about as much of his as I could listen to, and that was it. Talking about him flying his airplanes to Vegas and gallivanting.
He didn't hear about Stephen again until he saw his brother's face on television. This surveillance video shows Stephen Paddock walking suitcase after suitcase into Mandalay Bay, building up an arsenal in his Las Vegas hotel room to kill 58 people and injure hundreds more. To kill 50 in his Las Vegas hotel.
Go back to that picture.
Building up an arsenal.
So that's how he was shooting. What the fuck? So he's just shooting from right there. That's dark. So he's just shooting from right here. This is a smaller room. This ain't even a suite. They say he got the suite and he booked this room. This is a smaller room. The double bedroom.
In his Las Vegas hotel room to kill 58 people and injure hundreds more.
I called my mom, and my mom answered the phone, and I said, is that Steve? And she said, I guess so.
Bruce remembers the brother who made millions in real estate ventures. Investigators say his fortune may have played a role.
I lost a significant amount of his monetary wealth in close proximity to 1 October, and that may have a driving factor associated with it.
Bruce says a possible motive behind the shooting, losing everything.
His dream to have everything.
NBC News confirms Paddock was spending thousands of dollars gambling daily and wired a large sum of money to his girlfriend to build a home in her native Philippines.
The loss of the ability to control everything because he was always the controlling brother.
The brother responsible for the large...
Plant vibes. I'm getting plant vibes from the brother. I'm getting plant vibes from the brother. See, this is the shit you gotta watch when it's like shit like this. The government, they do shit and they want you to be so dumb. And if you're dumb, you're gonna fall for a lot of shit. But then they do obvious shit that doesn't come across well. Like, man, shit. Are you sure he gonna look cool on camera? Y'all think he could do this? Yeah, he could do it, man. We got him right. We done gave him this. We done got him cleaned up. We done gave him IVs. We done got him right. We making sure, we monitoring him, making sure he's not taking no drugs. We told him what to say. We done went over it 100 times. So you went and got a brother who hasn't talked to a nigga in 10 years. And you think his word is credible. You haven't talked to him in 10 years. All of a sudden you want to say he wants everything. He's a brother that wants everything. He's a brother. How do you know? How do you know he hasn't changed that mentality? You haven't talked to him. What the fuck? See what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy, man. You can tell, yeah. You sound like a nigga who he probably looked out for and cut you off. And now you over there hating. Or they just telling you, look, nigga, we need you to say this, or nigga, we gonna send your ass to jail because you got a pedo shit going. He looked like he one of them type niggas. This shit. I don't know. All this shit will never be like mass murders and all this terrorist-like shit. I always feel like the government got a hand in there somewhere, especially on the cleanup. The cleanup is where it be messy. How they present it, how they roll it out, what is the motives, what is this? Like, that's when they control the ball and paint the picture they want to paint for certain laws to be changed, for certain, like, when they start doing that shit, that's when you be like, oh, they took this situation and painted this picture so that they can implement this and put this in place and do this. Dirty motherfucking game out here.
Largest mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
I don't know how to say I'm sorry enough for what's happened.
And Bruce Paddock faces his own legal problems, charged with the possession of child porn. Bruce.
What'd I tell you?
Who the fuck is that?
What'd I tell you? What I fucking tell you? I told you, nigga, I can read the room, nigga. They give me vibes of a nigga who was smoking, who they cleaned up to come sit down and have this talk because they got some over his head with some kids, nigga. Bro, he got the look. He looked like a pedo. A nigga that hang at the playground, cuz. I'm telling you, bro. This should be the same play over and over the government be running, bro. Why would you go get this nigga to talk? It's been 10 years. What? He's not credible, bro. A nigga just committed a mass murder, and you go grab a nigga who he hasn't talked to in 10 years and act like his word is credible and to tell you what's going on and how he was thinking. You haven't talked to me in 10 years, nigga. You don't know what I was thinking. You don't know shit about me no more. What are we going to talk about, nigga? 10 years ago, how I was? That's not credible, dog. How was I the week of, nigga? How was I the last month? How was I this year? Like, give me something credible. Oh, I was just with him 2 weeks ago. He was, okay, that 2 weeks is, okay. I was with him 3 days before, okay. I was with him the night of, bingo. Like, now, give me some credible shit. Don't give me no goddamn 10 years ago. And then, look how they threw it out. Look how they threw it out at the end, though. This is funny.
I'm sorry enough for what's happened.
And Bruce Paddock faces his own legal problems, charged with the possession of child porn. Bruce.
So let's just throw that out there, too. Why did they have to throw that out there, though? Really think about that. Why did they have to throw that out there? Why? You just made us listen to his whole shit like he was a credible source. And then at the end, he also faces his own problem with child porn. Wait, what? What? Like, wait, what? That's fucked up. Like, why'd you even have to throw that out there? Like, why? Why did nobody asked about the brother's crime? Even though y'all see, I already thought, but nobody asked about the brother's criminal history. Why was that a factor in talking about the shooter's criminal? I don't know. That was weird. That was damn near pointless. He literally sat down and didn't say shit. I talked to my brother about flying an airplane, and I couldn't take no more. What does this have to do with the Vegas shooting, bro? He was always a brother that wanted everything. What does this have to do with the Vegas shooting? Like, that was purpose. I mean, that was pointless. That was pointless, man. Shoot, Brewster. That was pointless. That was the most pointless shit. Why would y'all even do that? And then ice the nigga at the end. Well, he also has child pornography. Jesus Christ. What was the fucking point of bringing him on TV? Oh, my God. All right.
And right now, survivors' family.
Key findings may help explain Vegas mass shooting. Y'all got me in this rabbit hole, man. We here. We here. I never thought to look down this shit. I'm looking it down here for y'all. Let's go.
And right now, survivors, families, and everyone affected by the 1 October mass shooting have a new reality tonight. We may never know why it happened.
Well, after more than a year of going through audio files, pictures, videos, and interviews, the FBI's final report finds no single or clear motivating factor behind the awful attack.
And we have team coverage tonight on the report and the impact that the findings are having. 13 Action News anchor Yasmin Hassan joins us live near Mandalay Bay with the just released findings from the FBI. Yasmin.
We are talking about 58 lives that were lost, 12 months of investigation, basically the 1 October shooting, all boiling down to just these 3 pages and 10 main findings. Here they are in order. Nearly 16 months to the day that bullets rained down from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, one key question may never be answered. Why? The Las Vegas Review panel spent nearly 12 months looking into Stephen Paddock's life and came away with these limited findings. 1. No evidence the attack was motivated by any ideology or political belief.
Man, imagine somebody doing all this and killing all these people and nothing shows he has a problem with anything. He's not mad at nothing. His life is cool. There's no signs of nothing. And he just takes all these people out for no reason. That is fucking sick. That's really dark. Like they literally can't find nothing. Like we haven't found nothing, nigga. There's no signs. He got 2 spots. He's not behind. Nigga, financially he's good. We could say he's a gambler, but doesn't look like he's stressing. He's not hurting for money. He's sending money. He's sending tens of thousands. Y'all say wiring. He's not hurting for money. Mm-hmm.
Also, Paddock acted alone. 2. No clear motive behind the attack. Active shooters rarely have a single motive or reason for a mass homicide. This gunman was no different. 3. No manifesto. The panel did stress the gunman wanted to die by suicide, saying he became very distressed about aging, and suicide offered a way to control the end of his life.
Who said that? Who? Who did he have that conversation with? That's what we need to see. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that information from? That would help so much. Get that person on the microphone, not the smoker brother. Who told you that he wants to commit suicide because of his age? That's what I want to see. Who told you that?
Stressed about aging, and suicide offered a way to control the end of his life. 4. Desire to obtain a certain degree of infamy. The gunman's father had been one of the FBI's 10 most wanted, and this may have been an influence. 5.
Man, come on. That's bullshit. Nigga, his dad was fucking arrested in 1968. Was wanted in 1968, bro. He wanted infamy like his dad. Come on. Just say you don't fucking know, man. Like, I hate when they do shit like that and just try to find and they reach and it's obvious that they reach. Like, bro, just say you don't fucking know. Or say, y'all have something to do with this shit. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like one of your motherfucking agents. Because he's off the fucking grid. Sound like an agent went rogue on you motherfuckers. An agent went rogue. An agent went rogue. That's what it sounds like to me. Y'all know who this nigga is. Anybody else, y'all could find shit for days. Y'all could track their emails. Y'all could track all this. Y'all can't track nothing with this dude. Agent. He's an agent. He's an agent. Ah, that's a good one. They say he was following orders. Possibly. Possibly. Who wants to do it for their country? Who wants to do it for their country? Here's what you got to do. Good. That's dark. Nobody knows nothing. Okay, let's watch this one. Was the Las Vegas shooter motive covered up? Let's watch that one.
This is the Las Vegas shooting.
Yes. Yeah.
And this was probably one that I looked into the most. I spent a lot of hours searching, watching. And I don't know, I think probably the reason why I was even more intrigued in this than perhaps any of these things is because obviously I've been to Vegas a few times.
Yeah.
I love the place. I love
Yeah.
the place, and I don't know. When I go back, it feels like I'm back. Like I should never be away. Like I'm
Yeah.
back. It's like it's so fun. Like it's vibrant. It's unlike anywhere else on this planet. So to have such a dark shadow cast over it, as this guy Stephen Paddock, his name was, did, it baffles me. And now when I went back last year, which was the first time I went back after the shooting, I don't know why, but it just had a feel to it. It just had a horrible feel to it. Las Vegas is a strip of casinos on either side, and a big road going down the middle. That's literally all it is, really. I mean, you've got downtown Las Vegas and other suburbs and stuff, but when you go to Vegas, you're just
That's
going
where
there.
you're going,
You don't need to live. You don't need to even venture off that track. That's just where you are. It is literally, all jokes aside, like Yarmouth, but on steroids times a million.
Yeah.
Like it's an incredible place. But Mandalay Bay, you've got all these hotels scattered up the left and the right, and then at one end of the, I think it's like 2 miles long. Could be wrong, but roughly about that big. There's a casino one end, and then at the other end, almost like a plug to the thing, is Mandalay Bay, and it's a long horizontal thing, casino and hotel, and a tall one that overlooks the entire thing.
True.
So really, wherever you are, you can see it.
Yeah.
And it's mad to think. This is the guy that obviously went to, what was it, something like 37th floor or something like that. We'll probably find out in a minute when I read it. But went to tie up in the hotel and shot down into the crowd that were at a country and western music festival and just opened fire. And it's so eerie and so spooky. I went on a helicopter tour last time I was there, flew up round it, and it's just like I flew kind of like it stops just before you get to the Mandalay Bay and comes round on itself. So I kind of got to see it from his point of view, and it's just so fucked. It's the deadliest mass shooting in modern US history. Because fuck me, 58 people died.
Yeah.
And 422 were wounded. So that's
mental. Absolutely insane.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know the story, must be living under a rock or something, I'll read you a little synopsis of it, and then I've got a question I want to ask at the end. But on the night of October the 1st, 2017, Stephen Paddock opened fire on a crowd of concertgoers at the Route
All right, let's dig in. Let's see what you're talking about.
91 Harvest Music Festival on the Las Vegas Strip in Nevada. He killed 58 people and wounded 422, and the ensuing panic brought the injury total to 851. Paddock, a 64-year-old man from Nevada, fired more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition from his suite on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. The shooting, and this is crazy, the shooting happened between 10:05 p.m. and 10:15.
Yeah.
That
just 10
is a long time. 10 minutes.
That just continued.
That's a long time. 10 minutes of shooting. And he was taking breaks in between. A minute, 50-second break, 60-second break, 30-second break. And then getting right back to it.
We're shooting.
It opened up a whole discussion about should bump stocks be allowed in the US.
Yeah. They were banned.
Look at that. Look at that. There we go. There we go. Should bump stocks be allowed? There's always some fucking gun politics when mass murders happen and the government gets involved and they want to push their motive. Boy, this shit is an evil, dirty game they be playing, man.
And after that, weren't they?
I think there was a law change on them. I'm not sure if they were outlawed.
I think it was something about
bump stocks are illegal now in the US. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, AR-15 should be. It's a fucking assault rifle. Why do you need that? I know, obviously, that is a very hot topic. If you're American, I get it. You know, your Second Amendment rights and all that. But
what?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to open up.
Why do you need it? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Kind of worms here when we get to.
Why in the fuck do you need an AR-15?
Yeah, when we get to this gun discussion, you are right. I've just read it here as well. As a result, bump stocks were banned by the U.S. Justice Department in December 2018, with the regulation in effect as of March 2019.
Why do we need an AR-16? AR-15. Why do we need one, bitch? What you think we need one for? You motherfuckers got one. Police got them, brother. You niggas got M16s, AR-15s, nigga, everything under the goddamn sun. Y'all want to limit what we get? You want to limit what we get? You want us to have a motherfucking... You want us to just have a handgun with a stock clip. We can't get extendos. We can't get nothing. Well, now you can in California, but it's like, nigga, you niggas just crazy, man.
19. It goes on to say here that, so obviously it's 10 minutes of shooting.
Bitch.
Paddock was found dead in his hotel room from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His motive remains undetermined, and as of January this year, 4 months ago, it's closed now. They can't
never know.
What more can you do?
They can't find it. They can't find one. Which
closed it. Close the case. We don't know what happened. We don't know the motive. Sorry, guys. But hey, let's ban those let's ban those clips. You just had 61 people murdered, hundreds and hundreds shot, and you guys don't have shit, no information. And the case is closed. That's it. It's that simple. This is one of the biggest mass shootings in America. The biggest, I think they said, and the case is just closed. Well, hey, we couldn't find nothing. We couldn't find nothing, guys. It's over. Nigga, this is the biggest mass shooting in America. This case should not be closed. Nigga, you better believe this motherfucker open and figure this shit the fuck out. Unless you got something to do with it. You got something to do with it. You got something to do with it. That's the only reason you would close a case on the biggest mass fucking murder in America. Closed case? Nigga, you supposed to figure this shit out, nigga, to this shit. It's the biggest mass murder in America. How is this closed? What are you talking? It's cases with less that be open still for a single shooting. That nigga is, y'all still looking. Hell, shit, look at the Tupac murder. I got to hear about you niggas in the chat talking about KPD all goddamn day. You motherfuckers still talk about this shit 30 years later. God damn. Why you close that case? Why you close a mass murder? Why you close a mass murder? The biggest mass murder in America. Hey, man. All right. Let's see what this one is.
On October 1st, 2017, the nation, indeed the world, was alerted to a mass shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada. While mass shootings have not been unique, this particular incident was unique in several disturbing ways. But there are still lingering questions about the event.
You know what? This probably, I ain't gonna say probably, I know for a fact I would probably be, I ain't gonna say probably, I would be nervous as fuck if I attended that and was experienced 10 minutes of that shit and I was one of these people on the ground who didn't get shot. I would be scared as fuck to go to another festival. Nervous for sure. If not scared, nervous as fuck. Sitting through 10 minutes is great. Listen, 10 minutes of gun shooting and like being in a gunfight is wow. That's a long ass time, nigga. 10 minutes is a long time to be ducking from shots.
The shooter himself and the method and ease of his being able to establish a lethal observation post far above the plaza where he randomly selected his victims. Almost every mass shooter had a motive, leaves behind clues, a statement, or a manifesto. What were the facts of the Las Vegas Massacre? Who was the shooter? How did he manage to transport, incorporate, and utilize all of the various weapons so easily? What was the shooter's perceived motive for such an act?
Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, former history professor.
Hold on, it just hit me. I want to see something. Where's the girlfriend at? Where's the girlfriend? He had a girlfriend he was living with and said she was overseas. Where is she now? She would know something now, if anybody knew something.
CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Begaze joins us now from Washington. Jeff, what exactly is the information that authorities are able to get from his girlfriend? Have we heard anything?
Well, there were some comments during her interview a couple of days ago with law enforcement where she referred to his mental health. And so that is the kind of information that investigators are really intent on getting at this point. They're trying to put together a more complete picture of his medical history, his mental health specifically. And you talked, Rena, about investigators trying to reach out to people who know him. The reality is, or knew him, the reality is a lot of people didn't really know him in recent years, and that's why the girlfriend is so key in this investigation. She was obviously close to him. She was obviously living in that home when he was gathering this stockpile of weapons there.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? You would think she would she would know something. She's living there. These guns are there. They just didn't pop up, and it was still more guns at the house. She would know something, right? She would know, like, if he was having a bad day, if he was stressing, if she would know that. That's his girl.
And that's why she still remains a key figure in this investigation. They interviewed her for 4 hours. From what we're hearing from our law enforcement sources, they want to bring her back in at some point. But right now, what they're trying to do is corroborate what she told them in that interview.
And it's so strange, Jeff. There was no shooter note left behind, no clues, not a large digital footprint, really. How do investigators believe they'll be able to get the why out of the girlfriend?
Well, they certainly hope to. And that's why, as I said, she is so key to this. But beyond that, you sort of put the pieces of the puzzle together around her. And then you go back to asking her questions about their relationship, about his behavior. But they can put together this puzzle. It's not going to be easy, obviously, and we're seeing that now in day 5 as they try to figure out the motive here. But there are ways for investigators to put this together. They have cell phones, they have computers, they have people who...
Man, this nigga hasn't said nothing, bro. What has she said, nigga? We don't want to hear what the fuck you got going. What was her exact words, man? That's what I want to fucking hear. What did she say?
Lived near them. They have her account, at least some of it. They obviously want more, and they're trying to corroborate details of what she said. But they can put some of this together. And then, of course, they're going around and following some of these gun purchases that he made in the last year of his life, where he really seemed to be gearing up and putting together some small arsenal of weapons. And so if you put some of the pieces together, all of the pieces together, it paints a picture. They aren't there yet. They aren't at the point where they have the motive here. But they're getting closer, that's for sure, as they gather.
Man, shut the fuck up. The case is closed, you stupid bitch. What the fuck you mean, man? They're getting closer. The case is closed. Oh. This shit got cover-up written all over it, y'all. This got cover-up written all over it.
More information.
Do we know?
Where is the girlfriend? I think I'm over this one, y'all. It sounds like a cover-up. Look. Girlfriend of Las Vegas shooter lands in the U.S.
Investigators are preparing to question the girlfriend of the gunman behind a mass shooting in Las Vegas.
This as President Trump travels to Las Vegas today following the deadly mass shooting at a country music concert. Mola Lengi has the latest.
Las Vegas police have released body camera footage from Sunday night's shooting. You can hear officers warning each other after realizing the shots were being fired from up high, somewhere inside the Mandalay Bay Hotel.
Hey, they're shooting right at us, guys. Everybody stay down. Stay down.
As President Trump gets set to visit Las Vegas today to meet with survivors and first responders, investigators are releasing more information about how the shooting unfolded. These are photos from inside the shooter, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock's hotel room. Police say he fired on and off for between 9 and 11 minutes. Had bump fire stocks, legal devices that enable semi-automatic guns to fire continuously as fully automatic. Paddock also brought surveillance.
They just gave it away right there. Y'all see what this shit is about. Y'all see what this shit is about, man. Look how they highlighted. Look how they highlighted that. Look how they highlighted that.
Off for between 9 and 11 minutes.
You see
Had
what
bump
it's about.
fire stocks, legal devices that enable semi-automatic guns to fire
Bump fire stocks, legal devices that allow. Man, fuck. That's a cut. Man, what? That's not what we care about. Why y'all highlighting that? We want to know why the fuck did he do it, and why was he able to do it, and why the fuck nobody knew that. Like, that's what the people care about. That's the government always playing them fucking games with each other. Like, bro, just say it's about that, bro. Like, there's some fuck shit behind this, though. All right, I'm over it, though, man. I'm over it because I see what's going on. This is a cover-up. This is a fucking cover-up, man. We over it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Go show some love in the comment section. Run the likes up. All that good shit like that. I'm going to try to do a charged up tomorrow, man. I need to do a charged up. And I got a vlog my food vlog. I did a burger vlog. I went to try smash burger for the first time, and I just wanted to try something different, man. I was like, it was a spot that my homie said was good, and my girl was with me. I was like, hey, shoot this shit. I said, I was see if I can make a food vlog, and let's see how it come out. Just fucking around, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my girl, we be moving around with the kids at school. If I ain't streaming the shit, we be doing what we do. Go try some fire food somewhere. I'm like, shit, I want to start documenting this shit. You know what I mean? So we're going to see what it do. Just some extra added content for the page, for the ABP Network, man. But, we'll see what comes from it, man. Y'all know I like to try different shows. I be trying all kind of random shit. And, it's all good, man. Appreciate y'all.